What if you owned one of the world's most important energy businesses, but almost nobody knew your company even existed? Every single day, massive ships carrying billions of dollars worth of natural gas arrive at ports around the world. Without these terminals, entire countries could run out of energy. Homes would lose heating. Factories would stop working. Power plants could shut down. But here's the surprising part. An LNG terminal doesn't produce natural gas. It doesn't drill for it, and it doesn't even own the ships. So, how does it make money? And if you had billions of dollars, would owning an LNG terminal actually be a good investment? Let's find out. First, what exactly is an LNG terminal? LNG stands for Liquefied Natural Gas. Natural gas is cooled to approximately minus 162 degrees Celsius. At this temperature, it becomes a liquid. Its volume shrinks by about 600 times. This makes it much easier and cheaper to transport across oceans. Special LNG carriers deliver the liquid gas to terminals around the world. When a ship arrives, huge loading arms connect the ship to the terminal. The LNG is carefully pumped into enormous storage tanks. Each tank can store hundreds of thousands of cubic meters of liquefied natural gas. Before the gas can be used, it must be turned back into a gas. This process is called regasification. Powerful equipment warms the LNG until it returns to its natural gaseous state. From there, the gas flows into pipelines. It travels to homes, factories, power plants, and entire cities. It sounds simple, but building an LNG terminal is one of the most expensive industrial projects in the world. Now comes the biggest challenge. Building the terminal. Before construction even begins, engineers spend years planning the project. The location must be carefully selected. The water must be deep enough for massive LNG carriers. The coastline must be stable. Pipelines must connect the terminal to the national gas network. Environmental studies must be completed. Government approvals must be secured. Only then can construction begin. The first structures to be built are the giant storage tanks. These tanks are not ordinary containers. They have multiple layers of insulation, special steel, thick concrete walls, and advanced safety systems. Keeping LNG at minus 162 degrees Celsius is extremely difficult. If the temperature rises, the liquid slowly turns back into gas. That gas must be safely captured and managed at all times. Next comes the regasification system. Powerful pumps move the LNG through large pipes. Heat exchangers warm the liquid. Within minutes, the LNG becomes natural gas again. The gas is then compressed, tested for quality, and sent into high-pressure pipelines. The terminal also needs its own power systems, emergency shutdown equipment, fire protection systems, control rooms, security systems, maintenance workshops, and docks capable of handling some of the largest ships on Earth. Everything must operate safely, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Building all of this takes years, and it doesn't come cheap. A small LNG terminal may cost more than $1 billion. Large export terminals can cost $10, $15, or even $20 billion, and that's before earning a single dollar in revenue. Once construction is finally complete, the real business begins. So, how does an LNG terminal actually make money? Unlike an oil company, an LNG terminal usually doesn't own the natural gas. Instead, it earns money by providing services. Energy companies pay fees to unload LNG ships. They pay to store the liquefied gas, they pay to convert it back into natural gas, and they pay to send it through pipelines. The more gas that passes through the terminal, the more money the terminal can earn. Some of the world's largest LNG terminals handle millions of tons of natural gas every year. That can generate hundreds of millions of dollars in annual revenue. But running an LNG terminal is also incredibly expensive. Hundreds of highly trained employees work around the clock. The equipment must be inspected every day. Pumps, pipelines, storage tanks, safety systems. Everything must operate perfectly. Electricity costs are enormous. Powerful pumps and compressors consume massive amounts of energy. Maintenance never stops. Even a small equipment failure can cost millions of dollars. Safety is another major expense. Natural gas is highly flammable. One mistake could cause a catastrophic accident. That's why every part of the terminal is protected by advanced monitoring systems, fire suppression systems, gas detection sensors, emergency shutdown systems, and highly trained emergency response teams. There is another risk: demand. If global demand for natural gas falls, or new pipelines reduce the need for LNG imports, the terminal may handle fewer ships. Less gas means less revenue. Political decisions can also affect profits. Trade restrictions, international conflicts, or changes in energy policy can quickly reduce business. So, is owning an LNG terminal worth it? If the terminal is located in the right place, if demand remains strong, and if it operates safely, it can generate stable income for decades. But it also requires billions of dollars in upfront investment, years of construction, strict safety standards, and constant maintenance. Final verdict: initial investment, extremely high. Operating costs, very high. Revenue potential, very high. Business risk, high. Overall profit potential, 9 out of 10. Would you invest billions of dollars to own an LNG terminal? Or would you choose a different billion-dollar business? Let us know in the comments. And if you'd like to explore the economics behind the world's biggest industries, make sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching.